What's up, YouTube? Shawn DaGamer here, and today we're going to be talking about the brand split. We are on the heels of the last Raw before the brand split, the bland split, which it might end up being if the roster is really as thin as I think it is. Like, you hear people talk about, like, over the past couple of months, every week people have been talking about the brand split since it's been announced. A lot of people have been talking about how thin the WWE roster is. And I'm thinking, no, the WWE roster, it can't be that thin. When you think about the people that you don't really see every week, the people that aren't really there, the people that are behind the scenes, the roster can't be that thin. And then when you look at the list of male superstars, well, let's go over the rules. They announced the rules earlier today, so this video might be mainly covering the rules and some of my thoughts on the draft. But I don't want to go too in depth on what I think is actually going to happen on the draft until after Raw tonight. So it is July 18th as I record this video of 2016. So the first thing I want to see that like what really bugs me is like Raw has the first overall pick. Why does Raw get the first overall pick, especially going into this next rule? Since SmackDown is live, since SmackDown Live is a 2-hour show and Raw is 3 hours, for every 2 SmackDown picks received, Raw will get 3. So that's cray right there. Like, so first of all, no 2-hour Raw coming back anytime soon, just because of that alone. And they get 3. First of all, Raw gets to pick first. So Raw gets to, like, that's cray. Like, they're not going to bounce back and forth. They're trying to finish this in one night. So the first SmackDown, we actually might see a whole set roster for each brand. You know, they might do a supplemental draft and things like that. But other than that, we might see like the entire rosters picked in one night for this, because, like, once again, these are the names listed in these. I don't know if these like the most. Like, I really have to do some more research just on the roster itself, but these seems like the most recent. These are, like, this whole name of rosters you can see on one episode of Monday Night Raw. Literally. So, some of the most notable names. I don't really have to go through the list of names. Let's just go back to the rules. Save time. That tag teams count as one pick unless a commissioner or GM specifically only wants to pick one member of that team. That one got me too, because if you look at this list, we're on no DQ. Let's maybe get a little bit more official and go to WWE. But if you look at this list of people, you got this as single competitors. You have Braun Strowman, Bray Wyatt, I think Eric Rowan, where's Luke? And I think you have Luke Harper on here somewhere as well. And if Luke Harper isn't on here, that's kind of promising, just because that means the roster isn't that thin. Let's see, Eric. So, okay. So maybe you can't pick up injured superstars, because there are a couple of people on here that are missing. Like, I don't see a Luke Harper. There's a couple of other people that are still out right now. And I like how some people are, like with their managers or wives, or like Miz and Maurice. So that kind of made me happy. Rusev and Lana, they're things, so we don't have to worry about things like that getting broken up. So when Miz made that phone call last week, this should get broken up. Darren Young and Bob Backlund. So when Miz made that phone call last week, it actually went through. So what was I about to say? Yeah, you have somebody like people like the Wyatts on here as like a singles people, but then you come down here, you still have New Day and Social Outcasts. So Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson aren't associated as the Bullet Club. So is that leading towards something? That's crazy. I honestly think that's crazy. And I know there's probably one rule that, we haven't just really gotten that far yet. So, the next thing is 6 draft picks will be made off the NXT roster. I would have thought. You see how they made this? Like, some of these are very specific things right here. Like, since SmackDown's only 2 hours, you only get 2 picks. Raw, it's 3 hours, so you get 3 picks. Tag teams, optional. If you want the Bullet Club, or if you want the Good Brothers, Carl and Doc, you can have them, or you can just get Carl Anderson. You would think. Hear me out. 6 picks will be made off the NXT roster. So that's 6 overall picks. I don't think that's 6 for SmackDown. I think and 6 for Raw. I think we're going to see 3 on. We could possibly see 3 on SmackDown, 3 on Raw, 1 on SmackDown, 5 on Raw, things like that. But I think that can leave open the opportunity for Samoa Joe, Asuka, and the Revival to get drafted. They don't say nothing about champions are excluded. So this could be a way to get Joe and Asuka on the main roster without taking the belt off them immediately. Like at the next takeover, you could have Joe drop the belt to Nakamura. You could probably have, well, it depends. If you want Asuka to stay down in NXT and bring Bayley up, that's fine. And then you have the Alphas who lost clean, I think like 2 weeks ago against the Revival in the 2 out of 3 falls match. It's a great match. I gotta go rewatch that match too. But that, I think that just leaves a lot of leeway open to drafting the champions and things like that. And while we're talking about champions, as current as you probably saw as we were scrolling up and down, they list Dean Ambrose as WWE champion, and so on and so forth. But they have not mentioned anything about additional title belts, as in WWE SmackDown getting its own belt, or are they gonna do like they did in the draft? Like I mentioned, I think I mentioned this in the video that I probably put up, and I'm not sure. It's like 3 videos. I was like, I sound like an asshole in this video, so I didn't put them up. So are they gonna do a thing like Dean Ambrose gets drafted to SmackDown, leaves Raw without, like, what if that's like the smartest thing? Because we know Shane's running SmackDown. So what if Stephanie's disgust for Dean Ambrose is so huge, or Stephanie or Triple H's, whoever's going to be making overall picks. So what they said, the James are going to make overall picks, and we're going to learn that tonight. So I would guess, like, obviously, if Stephanie, like, unless Triple H wants to be hands on all the time down at NXT, like literally be the Vince McMahon to that brand, to NXT, I don't think he's going to be GM unless he can really feel like he can pull double duty, taking control of Raw and NXT. But Daniel Bryan being SmackDown GM does make sense. You know, Shane, new guy, and then you probably can have some of the newer talent on there. Like, of course, it's Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, maybe even AJ Styles on SmackDown, like some of the teaser pictures have been suggesting. But like I was saying with Dean Ambrose, what if her disgust for Dean Ambrose is so big, she drafts Seffi Poo, Cena, and Orton or something like that. And then Shane just sits there with that Shane look on his face, you know, like a wild Shane Pierce. He's like, you made a fatal mistake. Or like, what? No. She picks Seth Rollins, The Miz, and God, who was that last pick? AJ Styles. And for Raw. And that leaves Shane, you know, with the wild Shane look appears on his face. And just like this, Shane probably picks Rusev and WWE champion Dean Ambrose. There it is, right there. Unless Seth wins tonight. If Seth wins tonight, that's cray-cray. Then we're definitely going to be back here Tuesday morning talking about this. Then we're definitely going to be back here. Also, is Roman Reigns going to show up tonight somehow? Or tomorrow night? You know, or he's supposed to be suspended. And he just comes and spears the shit out of somebody. Well, how great would that be? That'd be amazing. If Roman Reigns just comes back tonight, interrupts the singles match between Dean and Seth, and like spears and Superman punches him, and he gets on the mic like, I don't give a damn if I'm suspended. Y'all not having this match without me. He just throws the mic down. Roman's music hits. He just spears the shit out of Dean, spears the shit out of Seth. He just fucks them both up, and then he just at the end of Raw, he's like the last man standing, and then he becomes the #1 draft pick or something like. Then he becomes Stephanie's #1 draft pick. Like, that'd be great. I promise you, I just woke up. So that'd be kind of a cool thing, you know. Roman Reigns suspended, still like, I'm a part of this. I'm a part of this damn triple threat. Just fucks everybody up, and then he's Stephanie's #1 pick. Heel Roman Reigns. I just made a storyline. So, I don't think I want to dwell on this any longer. I don't even know how I've been dwelling on this now. So, if you guys have your own like initial thoughts with these new set of rules being laid out, I think I've covered pretty much everything. Like, yeah, I think I pretty much covered everything that can be discussed. Like, obvious tag teams that could be broken up. So while we're here, Bow, Shining Stars, Bow, Golden Truth, Bow is on cast because they are talking about wrong one, because they're talking about giving Big Cass this push, and I don't know. I like Big Cass. He's very good with Enzo. It's like they balance each other out very, very well. We could see the end of the Ascension unless they get better. I don't want to say get better, but that was out of context. Unless something changes in this group, I don't see them staying together. And I just hope they don't break up the Vaudevillains, because one day they will become WWE World Tag Team Champions. I'm done. If you guys enjoyed this video, I don't know where that came from. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Comment down below your thoughts on the draft and what we could possibly see on tonight's WWE Monday Night Raw. And if you think I've split, we even talk about the women's division. Like, look how small this women's division is. So if there's one thing, like, this even all the women, this is pretty much the ones we see. Well, okay, that kind of debunks my theory on injured wrestlers, because Naomi is on here. But where's I think this is just a list of people, because where's what's her face? God damn it, what's her name? Tamina. Where's Tamina? So I know you're tired of hearing me sniffle. So you have to put the women's division on one show, bring back the cruiserweight title, you know, and then let's just go from there. WWE Championship, Dean Ambrose is going to go to SmackDown. They changed the name of it to the WWE Championship. So one can only assume that they're going to redo a WWE Heavyweight Championship again in the near future. But hey, that's just a theory, a YouTube theory. So I've been about to get copyrighted twice for the stuff I'm saying. So like I was saying, subscribe if you have not already. Share that with your friends, and liking always shows your support. If you want to follow me on anything other than YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch, all linked in the description below. I have a Dokkan battle, and like, I've pretty much delegated all my nerd stuff to one channel now. So if you want to follow that Instagram page, I should say, it is SSB_Shawn. It probably just flashed on the screen one good time. But yeah, shameless plug real quick. If you like anything Dokkan and shit like that, I need to stop talking, but I can't stop it. So the best way to stop talking is to end the video, because I am Shawn DaGamer, and I need to go watch episode 1 of season 3 of